Hello and welcome to R&D Mathematics. Today again we are going to talk more about graphing logarithmic functions. And in our last video we learned log function either has this shape or this shape. This is in the case when b is greater than 1, and this is in the case when b is between 0 and 1. And here we are talking about f of x equal log base b x, right? And always this point is 1 0 and 1 0. Now what if we have, let's say, what if we have f of x equals log base 3x. Now in this case base is 3, so it's greater than 1, so it simply will look like this. Here 1 comma 0. Now what is the domain of f? Domain is the shadow onto x-axis, so it's 0 to infinity. What is the range? It covers everything over the shadow onto y-axis. See, all real numbers. And are there any horizontal asymptotes? Horizontal asymptotes actually none. Vertical asymptotes, yes. For log functions we always have vertical asymptotes. And in this case y-axis, or x equals 0, this guy right here. Now let's take another example. What if you have log base 2x plus 2 f of x? What will happen? Well, it will be a shift. Now let me explain it here. You start with log base 2x, which will look like this. This point is 1 comma 0, and then you go to log x plus 2. This is of the form f of x plus c, plus or minus c, and plus or minus c. This kind of transformation will take either left or right horizontal shifts. Please watch that video. I think video number 26 if my memory is correct. So with that being said, what will happen here is it will go 2 units left. So the whole shape will go 2 units left. So the new, see, here the vertical asymptote for log 2x is y-axis, or x equals 0. So the new vertical asymptote is this guy, x equals -2. And this point 2 units, so here, so -1 right here. So your graph will look like this. That's how it will shift 2 units to the left. Now at this point, let's talk about this a little bit more. Let me erase this. So what is the domain of f in this case? Domain of f, the projection onto x-axis, or the shadow onto x-axis, see, everything from this point. Without that point, so -2 to infinity. Now in last video we learned about another way to find domain. You can take this guy and make it greater than 0, strictly greater than 0, and when you solve it, it says x is greater than -2, which is exactly same as this. See, which makes sense and things nicely fit together now. And what else? How about this point right here? If you want to find that point, that means the y-intercept. So x-intercept here, the new x-intercept is -1 comma 0. New y-intercept, that's going to, the way to find that, you know, x value is 0, so you put x equals 0 to find y-intercept. And when you put x equals 0, f of 0, that is the y-intercept y value, it's going to be log base 2, 0 plus 2 and 2. So log base 2 is what? Think about it. 2 raised to which power is 2? That's 1, right? Or in another way, if you want to find log base 2, what you need to do, tell it some name, let's say v, then convert it into exponential equation base to the v equals 2, and we know v should be 1, right? That's another way of doing that. Okay, let's take another example. How about this example? F of x equal negative log base 2x minus 3. Now, if I were you, I would break down this into 3. I will start with log base 2x, which looks like this, and this point is 1 comma 0. And I will shift these 3 units to the right, 3 right. So that means I'm going to draw actually log base 2x minus 3, not this one. See, this one you have a minus sign in front of it. So what this will do, 3 units to the right. So this point will go to the new point, 1, 2, 3. So 4, 4 comma 0. And this line, originally y-axis or x equals 0. Now x equals 3. So 1, 2, 3. So the shape will remain the same, and it will only shift 3 units to the right. Now we have minus sign. Can you remember when you have minus in front of your function, it will reflect about y-axis. So this shape will reflect about y-axis. Now let me draw that over here. What will happen is, okay, 1, 2, 3. What will happen is you will have this kind of shape. Now that is the graph of this function, negative log 2x minus 3. Now let's talk more about this guy. So domain of this function, domain, when you reflect it down, you get to x-axis, the shadow onto x-axis, everything from this point. So that point is negative. So positive 3 to infinity. Range, all real numbers. And x-intercept, this guy right here. Y-intercept, none. So this is x-intercept. Y-intercept, no. And horizontal asymptote, none. Vertical asymptote, yes, we have one. So this guy, vertical asymptote is x equal 3. And again, domain, there's another way. You take this, make it greater than 0, see, x greater than 3. That's same as 3 to infinity. And that's that value. When you put x equal 3, that's going to be vertical asymptote. That's another easy way of doing that. But you have to understand why everything happens like that. And let's do one more example. How about f of x equal log base 2x then minus 3. See guys, this is completely different from this. This is not this, right? They are not equal. First of all, note that. So first, what you need to do, I'll start with log base 2x, the base function. This point right here, 1 comma 0. And only with this minus 3, can you remember? That's the first transformation we learned in quite a while ago. If x plus or minus c, it will go up or down. With minus, it will go down. So what will happen is, this whole shape will go 3 down, 3 units down. So how do you draw it? Now it's a little tricky. So this point will go 1, 2, 3 down. So to this point. So, but when you try to draw it, let me put it this way. So think about vertical asymptote. The old vertical asymptote is this y-axis. What is going to be new vertical asymptote? Still the same, right? Because you are just dragging it down. So new vertical asymptote, it does not change. It's that. But when you drag this down, the x-intercept, it's going to be somewhere here, right? Imagine when you drag this guy down slowly, see, it's going to be like that. So how do you find this point? In order to find that point, see, y value is 0. So you have to put y0 here, or the f of x value 0 here. So 0 equals log 2 to the x minus 3. And then log 2 to the x equal 3. Now to find x, convert this into exponential. So 2 to the 3 equals x, which is 8. So this point is 8, 0. And the domain, well, you just need to make this greater than equal 0. So it's simply as we expect. Domain of f is all positive reals and range all real numbers, and vertical asymptote x equals 0 or y-axis. Okay guys, I think that's enough examples for this session. Thank you.